Hi everyone, my name is Ben and I lead sales enablement for HubSpot out of Dublin. And today I'm going to talk to you about how we help sales reps connect with prospects. And when we say connect with prospects, we really mean three things. Putting a prospect in touch with the sales rep, and then when that happens, making sure the rep is equipped with all the right information they need, and also increasing the speed at which these meetings and connections are set up. So before we begin, I'd love to hear your thoughts, views and opinions on the talk. So let me know using the Sales Development Summit hashtag. So let's dig in. I want to start by explaining a little bit more about my role and what sales enablement is. So when I speak with people and I tell them that I work in sales enablement, I'm often met with this confused, dazed, or blank look. And even when I speak with industry colleagues that work in similar roles at other companies, they may have similar job titles, but our day-to-day work can actually be quite different. So really, sales enablement is often poorly defined and subsequently misunderstood. And people really don't have a great grasp of what it is. And to give you some more context about this, and to repeat a joke that's often told within the sales enablement industry, it took Apple 5 years to build the iPhone. It took the US government 8 years to land on the moon. But it's taken us sales enablement professionals over 10 years to come up with a definition that everyone agrees upon. The Sales Enablement Society did some sterling work on a definition and in October's Sales Enablement Society conference, and we're nearly there. But the thing is, sales enablement, it means many things to many people, and it's often poorly understood and defined. So let me add some clarity to the discussion by talking about how HubSpot defines sales enablement. So to us, sales enablement is a strategic discipline that partners cross-functionally to help the sales organization succeed. We are advocates of sales reps and enable them by providing content, deal support, training, best practices, knowledge, tools and technology throughout the sales process. But I don't want to get hung up on definitions today. We want to talk about sales and how we're helping sales reps succeed. So enabling sales reps to sell and sell more quickly. That's what matters always. So let's get right to the heart of the issue, why we're here today. Let's share 3 ways HubSpot is helping sales reps to connect with prospects. So the first way we're helping sales reps to have better meetings and discussions with prospects is engaging them with video. So allow me to explain. We look at the data very frequently and deeply, and I'm sure you know this yourself. So the insight here is that text-based email is becoming less effective. You just think about your own inbox. There's hundreds of probably unread emails. So standing out is a challenge. So what we have introduced at HubSpot is the ability for our sales reps to record short videos that they can then include in their prospecting emails. And what we've been experimenting with is sales reps using those in the earlier stages of the sales process. And we've really found success with 3 approaches. The first one is, instead of leaving a typical voicemail via telephone, sales reps are recording similar conversation within a video and then sending that onto the prospect. The second place we've found success is sales reps recording a short video and offering some tips and advice, taking a look at prospects' website and making recommendations for them to do their marketing and sales, how they can improve it. And the third place we've seen success is sales reps recording short videos they can send with prospects to help them get set up with our free products. And the results from video prospecting, engaging connections with video has been outstanding. So the response rate has been 3x 3x. So what I mean by this is text-based email versus video that includes, versus email that includes a video. They get a 3x response rate. This is huge. And whilst our close rate has remained the same, the fact we're getting a 3x response rate and maintaining our close rate means we close more deals. This is absolutely huge for our sales reps. And the third result or finding that we've seen is sales reps report back that they use up less emotional energy recording a short video as opposed to composing an email. So what we're seeing here is response rates increasing dramatically. It's helping us close more deals, and it's freeing up reps' mental energy. So great results there. But video, I think it's not going to be a panacea or the silver bullet that companies are looking for. I think I have to be cognizant of the fact that video is a big opportunity now. Not many people are doing it. However, there is a big difference between novelty and providing value. So whilst video may get increased response rates now, we expect that to get more competitive. So we'd encourage you to start thinking in terms of what's the value that your videos can provide, not just the novelty factor that someone is communicating via video. And like all tools, really, video, it's not right for every deal. It's not right for every single rep, but it's just another tool that we make available to them so they can become more efficient at their job. So the second way that we're helping reps have better conversations, connect with prospects, we've created several bots to make sales reps' lives easier. So let me explain. As I say, we're a very data-driven company, and we see that sales reps spend a lot of their day within Slack. This is their preferred internal comms platform of choice. So what we've done is we've looked at ways to build bots within Slack that can make things easier for sales reps and present them with the right information that they need when they're speaking with a prospect. So we've created a bot within Slack to immediately answer sales reps' frequently asked questions. So things related to case studies, competitive intelligence, sales collateral, useful links, all that good stuff. So the idea is if a sales rep is on a call with a prospect or they're just about to prepare, they can quickly search the bot for these questions and get the answers they need immediately. And I'm really keen to point this part out. So as I say, I run sales enablement for HubSpot out of Dublin. And often there is a tension almost. The vast majority of questions I'm asked, I would define as agent type questions. And what I mean by that is they would be the high frequency, low value questions that require a templated response. And we think a human doesn't necessarily need to answer those questions, although the questions do need to be answered, but we think the bot can do that. And that will free up time for me to focus on the consultant type questions. And they are the low frequency, high value questions that require this bespoke response. So another innovation we have been working on is MQL reminders within Slack. So a big challenge of most companies is to make sure all marketing qualified leads are worked. These are the highest value, hottest leads. These are the biggest opportunities. So one of our teams at HubSpot has created a bot that notifies sales reps, gives them a reminder 48 hours after the trigger date. So how it works is if a lead MQLs, our sales rep is going to get a reminder to follow up and do it quickly. So let's talk about results. We've been delighted with what we've seen so far, the results from our Slack bots. So I mentioned the first bot that answered frequently asked questions, freeing up our time to focus on more high value work. It's answering over 600 sales rep questions per month. So these are questions that the sales enablement team may have manually had to answer previously, but now sales reps are getting these questions answered immediately. And then the reminders about MQLs, what we've seen is a 50% reduction in unworked MQL. So again, this is absolutely huge. Overall, sales reps are telling us this is improving their productivity. With the questions, they're getting them answered immediately. There's no hanging about. And then with MQLs, they're getting a notification that this really high intent lead is there, ready to be worked on and get their focus and attention now. So reps are seeing their productivity improve. And another almost unintended consequence of these Slack bots is everyone at the company now is thinking, what else can we streamline? What manual processes could be automated? How can we make sales reps' lives easier so they can sell more and do it more quickly? So that's been really, really exciting and enjoyable and pleasing to watch. The third way we're helping sales reps connect with prospects is the launch of the Auto Prospector. So allow me to explain. The insight here was we noticed that sales reps were spending too much time setting up meetings as opposed to having meetings. So I'm sure you've all been there. Prospect, they're highly qualified, they want to have a meeting with you, and there's a bit of toing and froing. So the idea of the Auto Prospect is that it nurtures these leads and sets these meetings up automatically for reps. So let me give you a little bit more detail. We call it the Auto Prospector, but I suppose the simplest way to think about it is it's a workflow on steroids. So it's automated emails sent on behalf of sales reps, and the goal is to nurture leads and set up meetings between these MQLs and a sales rep. And the idea is that it eliminates back and forth between a prospect and a sales rep, freeing up a sales rep's time to focus on what they do best, which is selling. And once more, we've seen absolutely tremendous results. The Auto Prospector has increased the volume of meetings, the quality of meetings too, so poor fit leads are not going to be booked with sales reps. And again, this is helping sales reps improve their productivity, that they're focusing on the high value leads. And now I'm going to change gears slightly. This is the social slide, and I would encourage you to tweet it. Here's the thing. What I've mentioned really are tactics and approaches, but these decay over time and eventually become less impactful. So whilst it's great and important that you spend time innovating and optimizing and iterating, I think what's more important is actually the growth mindset that your sales organization needs to have. And that mindset really is seeking continual improvement. So let me explain what I mean about continual improvement and some of the principles that are really helping our sales organization at HubSpot. So the first one is you need to foster a culture of rigorous testing. Many companies do lots of tests, but it's really important that there's rigor behind them. So as I've mentioned, we've experimented lots this year, but when we run with an experiment and let a sales rep do it, or a team trial the experiment, we actually want to test a hypothesis. So what are we thinking that this test is going to prove or disprove? We don't like just to let sales reps run with it. We like to have a hypothesis set up. The second one is to put guardrails in place. So we do enable our sales reps, but we want them to prove or disprove something. And we also want there to be sensible guardrails in place. This will vary at each business, but it's important that there is some restrictions and accountability put in there. Thirdly, we empower sales reps to GSD, to get shit done. So we're not fans of bureaucracy at HubSpot. And if a sales rep wants to trial something and they have a sensible idea and hypothesis about it, we're going to empower them to go and do that. The fourth principle is rapid iteration. So they have the hypothesis, they're going to test it. maybe prove wrong, but they're seeing some success, or they think there's a different angle. We're going to encourage them to do that and rapidly iterate on what they're seeing. And the fifth, and I think is often overlooked, but it's really, really important, is that you need to have a mechanism to share these learnings back with the business. It's no good a couple of sales reps going and trialing something, seeing great success, if that isn't fed back into the business. So that's really, really important. I want to close up now, just a final thought. So I think this continual learning concept is really, really important. But to effectively leverage it, you need to double down on wins. It's no good just having a couple of reps running experiments and sharing it with their team. You need to make it possible these learnings are fed back into the business and operationalize them. So really, you need to think in terms of scale, speed, and resource. When you get these wins, you need to think about rolling them out to the wider business, doing it quickly, and resourcing it effectively. So that concludes today's talk. If you'd like to learn more about inbound sales, head over to HubSpot's website. We've just launched a new certification that can teach you all that and more. So thanks for tuning in today. And if you'd like to keep in touch or find out more about any of these topics, check out the HubSpot blog, or feel free to email me. And I'm also on social media too. So thanks a lot, guys. Bye.